My best friend pretended to be my friend for years, just to sleep with me. We met in college while living in the same shared house. The rent was cheap and everyone was broke, so about 15 men and women lived there. It was honestly a hellscape. The house was dirty and poorly maintained. But the people were nice and I made some really good friends there. One of them was Mike. I didn't feel a romantic connection, so I wasn't interested in him that way. Still, since we lived together and attended the same college, we spent a lot of time together, grew close, and eventually became best friends. Over the next 5 years, we both dated other people and were always comfortable talking openly about our relationships. Mike never behaved inappropriately towards me and never crossed boundaries with his GFS. He was loyal, respectful, and genuinely a good person. That said, there were 2 moments when he showed romantic interest. When we first met, he flirted with me once, but I didn't reciprocate. Later, after I ended a 2-year relationship, about 4 years into our friendship, he flirted with me once again. This time, I turned him down more firmly. I wasn't unkind, but I wanted to be very clear so there would be no false hope or confusion. That 2-year relationship breakup was very difficult, and I needed a lot of therapy afterward. Honestly, that was the main reason I turned Mike down. I had just come out of a bad relationship, and I didn't want to jump into another one. That wouldn't be smart or healthy. That was over 1 year ago. I have been single for quite some time now and haven't been casually dating either. I used this time to heal and grow. Which brings me to this past week. Mike and I have been talking every day, without fail, for over a year. We talk only through messages and calls since we now live very far apart. He decided to come visit me. I was really happy about it. I offered for him to stay at my place to save money. I live alone and have space, so I prepared a spare bed for him before he arrived. When he got here, it wasn't awkward at all. We've known each other for 5 years and have been best friends for most of that time. But as New Year's Eve approached, he asked if he could kiss me. This time, I felt like I was in a place in my life where I could trust again. I'd known Mike for years, and I believed he wouldn't hurt me. So I said yes and we kissed. We're older and more mature now, so the kiss naturally evolved into something more intimate. During the rest of his visit, we shared a very personal and intimate experience. We slept in the same bed, took showers together, watched movies cuddling, and even went to the movies holding each other the entire time. It all felt natural, personal, and cozy. Then his visit ended, and he went back home. I wasn't expecting a full-blown relationship or even a FWB situation. I simply expected us to talk about what had happened and figure out what it meant, or where we should go from there. But now he doesn't reply to my messages anymore. We used to talk every day for hours, and now there is only silence. Update. My best friend pretended to be my friend for years just to sleep with me. A lot of people asked for an update, and I didn't think there would be one for a few more days. But here it is, the final outcome. Mike messaged me. He sent a text like usual, completely ignoring the ghosting and everything that had happened between us. I replied normally, and we talked a bit about nothing in particular. I was at work at the time, so I waited until I got home to ask him directly what was going on. When I got home, I sent him a message saying I felt like he had been avoiding me. He replied that he wasn't avoiding me, that he was just busy playing games and forgot to talk to me. He also said he didn't think the vibe between us was weird or different. I then asked him what our week together had meant to him. He said it was just a couple of friends having fun, and nothing more. He doesn't want anything romantic with me. So yeah, this isn't the happiest update, but it's definitely the most realist one. Thank you to everyone who left comments on my previous post. He wasn't cheating with me like many of you suggested, and he wasn't confused and sorting out his feelings either. We're still friends, and I meant what I said before. I'm just glad he didn't disappear completely. He's still my friend, and I respect his decision.